rims. Don't be an idiot, move smart. I've been killing it, new king. You weren't ready for my new stuff. You're a boy by yourself, go and group up. And when Crep went states for the BTs, I was covering Crep like a boot cut. If mad, it's a family ting, straight family ting. Dumb man, I bro, no salary ting. Had a dumb ting.
Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. Tonight's matchup features two quarterbacks who will be trying to lead their team to victory. It's Breeze's Saints going up against Jared Goff's Rams.
Thank you very much, Larry. EA Sports coverage of the NFL. The National Football League is here and on the air. Who said the crowds wouldn't embrace football being back in L.A.? You certainly couldn't tell that by what we saw a few moments ago. These folks are pumped up as their Rams get set to do battle with the New Orleans Saints. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. They'll run for the first time with Mark Ingram. There goes Mark Ingram. The 20. Touchdown, New Orleans. Mark Ingram, 70 yards. And the Saints have taken the early lead. The very first play from scrimmage, how about that? Talk about setting a tone.
And people always talk about doing exactly that in the first 5 minutes of the game, the first offensive and defensive series. Who's going to gain an advantage? Well, we saw exactly what happened there. The tone was definitely set by the offensive team.
Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Goff on first down. And that's caught left side. It's Woods. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
They'll try and pick up the first with Gurley. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call. Mark off the 5 and keep it moving.
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. So 5 yards there as one of the big guys up front moved.
And in a 4-3 front, you got the 2 defensive tackles right near the football. I know there's a lot of movement around there, but they're always taught to have one eye on the football. Apparently, that didn't happen.
Following the penalty, it's Gurley. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. Call it a gain of a couple there as it'll leave him with a second and just 3. Speaking of Todd Gurley, Charles, you and I had a lengthy discussion in the offseason about his sophomore slump, but he has picked it back up this year. And maybe nothing more indicative of that than that Week 15 performance.
Fantastic. In Seattle, in the game 1 against Seattle in 2017, he ran for 43 total yards. In this one, he ran for 152. Actually caught a pass for a touchdown as well, so he had 4 total touchdowns. He looks the part. And when we're starting to talk about MVPs, his name doesn't get enough mention. It should, because Todd Gurley's having a monster year, over 1,000 yards rushing, 11 games now where he's had over 100 yards from scrimmage in 2017. You say MVP, you can talk about Tom Brady, Carson Wentz, Russell Wilson. We need to bring Todd Gurley's name into the discussion.
And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
You absolutely have to have this early on, right? 3rd and short, they elect to throw for it, and that's normal NFL football. They're going to throw on 3rd and short, but you've got to hit it, don't you?
Yeah, in the first quarter, like you said, to set the tone, can't connect there. Well, the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. Here comes the D swarming to the line. They are going for it. Goff. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Sheldon Rankins getting in there from his defensive tackle spot to snow him under for a loss of 4. And a great spot to start this drive from here. This is Ingram on 1st and 10. And he's going to get this inside the 30. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. Well, they're making a real first quarter statement with a run game, no doubt.
For those who remember old school football, running it, establishing things, seeing backs find holes, get through them, they've got to like what they're seeing from this unit so far. Right now, they've decided to, as you said, establish the run game, and they've been successful doing it.
Buying time to his left, and it's incomplete.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry. Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of, otherwise he was going to get sacked.
So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. 2nd down and 10. They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara. A nice job to get 8 there after the incompletion, and now they'll look at a 3rd and 2 coming up.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the 1st. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. 1st down and 10 now for the offensive group. Possible run anticipation. Here's the D-line sandwiches together. Oh, nice move. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great effort there. A 13-yard touchdown run. And the Saints now add 6 to their lead. Lutz will look to add the extra point. And oh, he takes off with it. It's a fake. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the...
And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Sheldon Rankins busting through to get him for a loss of 6. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
Back to throw, Goff. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
And now the Saints are going to take a timeout on defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Third and long. It's gone. And this is caught by Watkins. Sammy Watkins, he's going to go. Touchdown, LA. Sammy Watkins, 85 yards. And the Rams are able to get back within a touchdown. And Charles, had an offensive coordinator tell me one time that they designed every play to score. I don't know how true that is, but he had to run a long way after that catch. Heck of a play.
I think that when he was telling you that, he was designing run after catch in every play. I mean, that's the only way to put it in there, and that's what we got on that one. Nice catch, an even better run for big yardage.
And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. The drive starts here with a carry by Ingram. And he roams across the 20 to the 24-yard line. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Now Breeze throwing on second down. Forced out to his left. And that is incomplete.
It's a tried and true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. Breeze going to try and throw on third down. And the Rams got him. They bring him down. Ethan Westbrooks in there to drop him for a loss of 10. And it'll be 4th and long. So here we go on 4th down with Breeze. And this is incomplete. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line. And they'll start this drive with very good field position. On first down, it's Gurley. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. And when you're running the football, one thing you don't want to see is a big boy coming up there to swallow you whole in those D tackles and nose tackles.
No, you're actually counting on your big boys to protect you from them. But on that play, the defensive tackle had the leverage, and he won the battle. No gain, correct?
No gain. To throw on 2nd down is gone. And he's going to be dropped. Back at the 15-yard line.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been under constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Yeah, the Saints signal for another timeout. That's their 2nd, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this second quarter. We'll be right back. So Goff, he'll try to refocus after the sack. The Rams now set up with a tough one, a 3rd and long. From the gun, here's Goff. And the pressure gets to him again. 1:58 to go in this first half of play. We're back to the City of Angels after this timeout. And this This one is right through. And that will cut the lead down to just 2. So they had great field position, but a 3-play drive that actually goes backwards, and then they kick the field goal.
And I think the key sequence in there, the key phrase you just gave us, a 3-play drive. Had the momentum, great field position, unable to move the football.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. But good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains. They go play action here on 1st down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Robert Quinn from that outside linebacker spot. He's able to get in there for a loss of 9. On 2nd down, here's Breeze. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Picked off at the 45. And he will bring it back. It's an interception return for a Rams touchdown. Charles, I'm looking at you, and understandably, your mouth is wide open in disbelief. What were they thinking?
That's going to be one of the great mysteries, but I do know this. When they went out on offense, I will guarantee they told them, don't just make anticipatory throws. Make sure you see it before you throw it. Didn't happen here.
Trying to protect that lead, and now they gave it up. That'll be taken in the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
And almost intercepted. It would have been his 2nd pick of the game. Instead, it'll be 2nd down. Second down here after the incomplete pass. From the gun, it's Breeze. Flushed out right. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. John Johnson with the INT. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. After the interception, here's Goff. And he's taken down here by the Saints. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. From the 50, it's Goff. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. 14 yards there on the pickup. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. Goff now to throw. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Tavon Austin 35 yards. And the Rams add on to their lead. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And the ball backed way up. So thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out.
And the pressure gets to Breeze as he's taken down. Aaron Donald in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. The final shot before half for Breeze. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. We saw this franchise do this back in the 2009 Super Bowl. The Saints will start the second half with an onside kick. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. And the hands team for the Rams able to secure the football. And where have we seen this before from Sean Payton?
That's ambush. We've seen that. What was it, Super Bowl 44?
44.
Right? New Orleans against the Indianapolis Colts. Right after the half, they get it done. I'm so sorry to jump in. I just violated partner and booth etiquette 101.
That's all right. If you come in with an ambush and you come in strong like that, I feel like it's justified.
My apologies, but boy, what a play.
The third quarter starts with a run by Gurley. And he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
Now it's Gurley. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11. A shotgun snap for Goff. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
When I watched Jared Goff on tape at Cal, I saw a guy who wasn't just a dart thrower. You know, a lot of people said, he's perfect for the West Coast offense. I always thought he could do a little bit more, and that was the reason why. He can push it downfield. He has a good, strong arm.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. Again, they run with Gurley. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. Give him 2 yards that time, and it's going to leave him with a 3rd and 11 situation. Yeah, the defense definitely showing blitz here. They go play action with Gurley. Now Goff. And an alley to run. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup, and that's going to make it 4th down. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Oh, and now movement and a whistle, and they may have to rethink their plans on 4th down. And for the second time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. He hit his first, this one from 38. And his kick is good. And that will make this now a 15-point advantage. So put another 3 on the board, and all things considered, a good opening drive here to begin the 3rd quarter.
It sure was. I think as a head coach, you're happy to come out and put a little drive together, take the 3 points, and build on your lead.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Now the attention turns to the Saints offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. And this is caught at the 20. And he'll get it down deep into Los Angeles territory. A big-time play there for New Orleans. 59 yards. Into the red zone, it's Breeze. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Connor Barwin from his outside linebacker spot, forcing the sack for a loss of 8. Breeze now to throw. Dancing to his left. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
And he can't come up with a pick. Nearly his 2nd of the game. Instead, 4th down.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. And Lutz puts this one through. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So a little fortunate there because that one was definitely leaking right.
Without a doubt. Maybe about the width of a football or so inside that right upright. But he got it to go.
And the hands team for the Rams able to secure the football. I know they're down, but starting the 3rd quarter there with the onside kick, what'd you think?
Well, I think that they're looking at it as we may not have as many possessions in this game as we want. There may be that sense and that feel that they've got to go ahead and make something happen. Steal a possession, try and steal some points, and get themselves right back in a position to try and win the game.
And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. Here comes carry number 10 for Gurley. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Second down following the run. Another carry now for Gurley. And able to work his way down to the 16. Call it an 8-yard gain. Much better shape now on 3rd and just a yard. And in this situation with the lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th. So now the field goal unit trots out there for the 3rd time tonight. From the left hash, it's a 36-yard attempt. And his kick is indeed good. And that will make this now a 15-point advantage. So they settled for just the 3 there, but clearly anything helps when you're trying to salt one away here in the 4th.
Without a doubt, I think a touchdown would have been the final nail. But 3 does give him some breathing room and lets him build up a little cushion.
And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point.
The kicker.
Exactly. You put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Super tough.
Now he'll escape to his left. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down.
I know for us it's fun, and it's not so much fun for the rookie receivers when we see them coming into the league and we're going to training camps. You see them working on getting 2 feet down instead of 1. But the best ones train in college trying to get 2 down instead of 1, so the transition's a little bit less. In this case, though, wasn't able to complete it anyway.
Now Breeze, eluding the pressure right. He'll let it fly in the direction again. And this will be caught at the 30. And he gets all the way down to the 30-yard line. It's a big play there for the Saints. And even 50 yards. Here's Breeze to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. John Johnson with the INT.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
They'll try and start the drive with Gurley. And this will go for 5 up to the 33. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Whistles now in a timeout defensively. So a wise move as they'll use the first of their timeouts to force one more play before the 2-minute warning. Here's Goff now on 2nd down. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this. So Goff, he'll try to refocus after the sack. The Rams now set up with a tough one, a 3rd and long. Out of the gun, Goff. And this one is incomplete.
Well, partner, I think the defensive fellas got the memo, and they decided to cover him on that play.
Yeah, he's already up over 100 yards in this game. They tried a deep shot, couldn't get it.
Yeah, when you've had that much success, finally someone said, let's try and put a stop to it and put people on him.
They bring the pressure, but this is a booming kick. Now it's Ginn. Oh, look at the juke. And one more time. Ted Ginn's gonna go. 20, 10, and he's taken it all the way back for the return touchdown. And this game just got a little crazier. They're still alive here in the final stages.
So you're saying there's a chance? When you've got a guy that fast back there to receive punts, that's a nightmare for the guy game planning, the special teams coach, but it's also a nightmare for the punter. Sometimes they get so nervous that they mishit the ball and kick it right to him.
A big spot now for the Saints as they'll indeed go for two. To throw is Breeze. Flush to his right. And that is incomplete. Should have been picked. Probably doesn't matter on a two-point conversion, but still, as a former DB, you want to grab that ball when you can, don't you?
You certainly do, and don't say it, because I know you're thinking it. Don't say it.
What am I thinking?
You know I know what you're thinking. Well, if he'd had hands, he'd be playing on offense, right?
That's true. You've said that before. So after surrendering the punt return for a score, let's see what they can do in turn on this kickoff. Short kick. One of the up middle take it down. And they're going to have really good starting field position here as that's taken up close to the 40. Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. Getting down to the end here, they have a two-score lead. Barely, but it's a two-score lead, so that probably makes you as a coach feel a lot more comfortable right now, doesn't it, Charles?
It does, but it doesn't mean now you go out and run option or some kind of a wild double reverse or anything like that. But you do know that if anything does go haywire, you're still in control of this game.
I want a double reverse, don't you?
I'm just waiting for that day where we actually see something like that in this situation.
We'll see what happens here. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Ten yards still left on second down. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Now on second down, this is Gurley. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop it behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll be a third and about 13. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? He's a little too aggressive there from his Mike linebacker spot.
Sometimes you jump into gaps trying to draw them off sides. This time he tricked himself.
The Rams on third down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 8. Yet another carry here tonight for Gurley. Good move by Gurley. And now running right through it. A big run there by Gurley. 45 yards.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19.